I am Ophély Mézino, Miss World France 2019, a coda, child of deaf adult, patron of the association Bébé en Notre Monde in Guadeloupe, and proud to be part of the deaf and hard of hearing community. In fact, my mother is deaf, which resulted in me having a dual linguistic culture, one of the deaf and also of the hearing. Growing up between both worlds was difficult and challenging. These are two methods of communication. It required facing complicated situations and walking tall despite my young age. During my adolescence, I felt the need to assist people, to make myself useful. Making people happy, despite the daily challenges, filled me with joy. As a fan of athletics, I began my commitment in associative and charity activities by running races. Then came my first humanitarian experience in Burkina Faso, on the African continent, and from this experience, my junior high school was able through our action to build a school and a library. This trip moved me to the point that I wanted to get involved in the cause, which was close to my heart. Deep breathing, sparing all arrogance, I felt that I had a mission to accomplish whenever the opportunity would arise. The Miss World pageant has always made me dream. These women were my role models because of the excellent deeds and the comfort they bring to our hearts. Today, this is my opportunity to dedicate my time to others at the highest level as Miss World. To be coda comes with a lot of responsibilities from the earliest age, and we probably grew up too quickly. We are the interpreters of our parents for all appointments, particularly for administrative and medical reasons. I recall when I was 9 years old, being on the phone with my family bankers. He asked, "How old are you?" I replied that I was only 9, but I had no choice, because my mother wasn't able to make that call. Structure must be put in place in order to find solutions by which adults of the deaf community can be integrated within society, to permanently stop the use of their children in place of a professional assistance of the handicapped. Over the past few years, the situation of people with disabilities has evolved in our society. However, there are still too few interpreters in our country, especially in the French overseas departments. Every French citizen should have access to information media, which should themselves propose subtitles of French Sign Language. Administrative staff should be trained to meet the needs of the handicapped. Importantly, opportunities for employing the handicapped should become a priority. The education of deaf children is also questionable. Indeed, they are accompanied to class by people who cannot speak the sign language, thus decreasing the speed of learning. Deaf children require education systems which use sign languages. I will not be the woman that I am today without this particularity. Today, however, I am proud to make the cause in sensitizing the international community of the much overlooked challenges of the deaf and hard of hearing. This cause is underemphasized while this population is rarely excluded and isolated in our society. In France, 200,000 people are affected by deep deafness, and a further million affected to a lesser degree. Deafness, however, being a communication handicap, the deaf and hard of hearing remains very isolated, even in their own community. This is why we want to build a home in Guadeloupe, one that would make it easier for everyone to come together and share social-cultural moments. Despite repeated requests for such a facility in Guadeloupe over the past 20 years, this has not been done. Highlighting the culture of sign languages, the issues facing the deaf, and the construction of the home for the deaf and hard of hearing. He is my BWAP project. Being a CODA child has made me very patient, but most of all to fight for the cause which I defend. This has taught me to be responsible. I am proud to be part of this community and to be a daughter of such a brave mother despite her handicap. My name is Ophély Mézino and I represent France.